Good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie, and you're on my channel right now, Power Moon Tarot. And this morning we have a special reading called I Want You Back, What to Expect. So if you have an ex that you intuitively think this person's going to reach out to you again, or they have reached out to you, and you know that they want you back in their life, or maybe you have someone you're separated from and they're going to come back into your life. I wanted to do a reading today on what to expect if that person were to come back into your life, okay? So most of you know I'm not usually in huge favor of exes coming back into our life. They're exes for a reason, and it's really important that we maintain great boundaries as we navigate these confusing waters. So as always, go with your intuition, go with your guides. These readings are for entertainment purposes, but I do hope that they help you as you move along on your mission here, okay? So with that being said, let's ground into the energy. Spirits, angels, and guides, please help me read this morning from piles 1, 2, and 3. Welcome to my new subscribers, and thank you for being here this morning. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and choose our piles. We have pile number 1 here, which is the green tea light, pile number 2, which is the purple tea light, and pile number 3, which is the yellow tea light. So, this is more of like a third eye chakra energy. This is heart chakra, and this is solar plexus. So if you align with the chakras, you can look at that as well. But if not, that's fine. Just pick whatever color resonates with you, or whatever deck here is resonating with you for pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And I will link to the timestamps in the description box so you can go straight to your reading. And with that being said, let's begin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put aside piles 2 and 3. I have oracle cards here as well for you. Okay, look at this cute green tea light here. And before we begin, take my ritual drink of water. Anyway, with that being said, let's start. And we have the Witch's Tarot this morning that I'm reading from, and we have oracle cards here. So if your person comes back, if pile 1's person comes back into their life, what should they expect? Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? The sword and the rose. Stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. 7 of Cups. Ace of Swords. Wow, there's a lot of swords energy here, okay? This is a lot of swords. My oh my. And I was already feeling that right away when I pulled out the warrior woman. Creation. Okay, we've got the creation card here. Blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Okay. And priorities. All right, so we've got priorities being of a concern here, and blessing and thanks, abundant universe. Okay, so with the priorities, I definitely see that this person has taken a lot of your time. Also with blessing and thanks, that this situation at one point was, you thought had a lot of promise, and that this person was able to give a lot to you, and you were able to have a lot of abundance together. And with priorities, I can see here that this person was a big priority for you in your life. All right, at one point this person was a huge priority for you, and that you guys had a lot of material wealth together, or a lot of opportunities to have material wealth together. There is an energy here that as I said, I felt it right away when I pulled out the warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So if this person comes back, I see you being defensive, all right? And I see you really not sure about what this person's intentions are, with the 7 of Cups here and the Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords, of course, to me is always Archangel Michael, and then you have the angel wings here. And I think your angels and guides want you, or I know your angels and guides here want you to consider what your priorities in life are right now, and consider, does this person align with your priorities and the abundance and everything that is trying to come in for you at this time? Does this person align, right? We have two double clarities here. So I think this person is going to come back and tell you a lot of truth and tell you a lot of things that you wish they would have said a long time ago, but they weren't able to do that, either because they were confused or because they were running some, they're running some type of game on you. There's a lot of swords here. There's a lot of potential for words that can wound. There's a lot of potential for feeling stabbed in the back here. And this person's actions could have really cast a lot of doubt and a lot of shadow on what you had with this person before. Their words, their actions, the swiftness with which you or they left your life, or their life. And so I think that it was a stab in the back, because if you look at, you guys were creating something together. You guys were very abundant together. You guys had so much, I get there was so much potential in this relationship. There was so much potential that could have came from it. Right? But it was ended very abruptly. This relationship was ended very abruptly and very shockingly. And what your guides want you to do right now is to connect with the energy of true love within you, and connect to the energy of clarity and the angels. So you're being asked to really analyze, and because there's a lot of swords here, and there's also this Seven of Cups, which means that, slicing through the denial, slicing through the confusion, you're actually being asked, if this person comes back, you're being asked to hold your standards and be a little bit defensive and remember your priorities, all right? And it might be helpful for you to list your priorities out and what you want in your life. So in anticipation that if this person comes back, you have a good guidepost to kind of guide the conversation and say, look, these are my priorities. This is what I want in my life. This is what I'm trying to create. This is where I want to go forward in my life. And if you can't provide these things, then it's not worth, why are we even having the conversation, right? So I think there's going to be a lot of clarity here, but I get the feeling that you're going to have to, I really see this here with the Seven of Cups. This person looks like they're going to come back trying to reverse the situation and be confusing about it again. And I feel like you're going to have all your ducks in the row, though. If this person does come back, you're going to have all your ducks in a row. And there's some question now as to whether this person is going to come back or not. But if they do, they might still be coming back to you in a very subconscious way, like, coming off of this stabbed in the back energy. And the thing is you're just not having it. Because you want something that's better than what you were having in that old relationship. You have a lot of clarity on why things happened the way they did and what the deal is, right? And the moon and sun here, the sun inverted and looking like everything is upside down here, just shows that there's some emotional volatility with this person. And there's some, you on the other hand are very clear. You on the other hand, intellectually, I get the sense that when this person draws you in on a feeling perspective, that on an emotional perspective, that they can distract you and pull you in and confuse you. But you, in large, when you have your priorities and you have everything straightened out, that you're very clear about what happened in this relationship. You're very clear about what you want going forward. and that this stabbing in the back is not, it's not okay. It's not okay. And you're going to feel somewhat defensive about this. I definitely get that. But again, Archangel Michael coming through, defending you, giving you a lot of clarity in this situation and helping you to understand what happened, okay? So let's get into the tarot and figure out a little bit more about what happened and what you can expect when this person comes forward. I see your energy being very strong here, pile number one, and being very defensive, but not defensive in a way, just defensive in a way that it makes sense for you, that is about maintaining your boundaries and, being where you need to be in this situation. All right. Yeah, you're single. You're 9 of Pentacles. You're single. You're independent. That attracts this person. This person is very attracted to how quickly you bounce back. Like you could have been in confusion with this person and all of a sudden you had a complete breakthrough of information and you realized that this person wasn't who you originally thought they were, and that the abundant life that you guys were creating together was a little wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Okay, so you had a sudden burst of information that came to you that is actually honestly sent from the heavens and the angels, and be thankful that you got that information, pile number one, because it allowed you to break free from this person. Okay. If this person comes back, here's you, here's them. So here's you in all your beautiful delight, and your solar plexus is fired up and you're feeling empowered and you're feeling good about what you're doing, and you can, this person thought that you needed them and thought that you couldn't live without them. What they didn't understand is that you've been being abundant and creative and setting your priorities for a long time because you're a warrior man or a warrior woman. So that's what this person didn't understand. Now, this person's energy, they're not wanting to move on. They're not wanting to have emotional release. They're wanting to stay in it, and they're not wanting to leave. They would rather, even though they act like they want to, even though they act like they want to leave and they act like they want to get away from you, nothing can really tear them away from you, because they feel that, this is weird to say, pal number one, but they feel that you have been promised to them by their guides. All right. And they feel that you've been promised to them. Yeah. Again, Empress. They feel that you have been promised to them as their husband or their wife, depending on who's watching this. All genders here, but especially for the feminine, they feel like they have been the feminine in this connection. Like your person feels that you have been promised to them by their angels and guides. All right. Because of things that they have done in their life, that you're like the ultimate prize and that you have been promised to them. All right. And this is a lot of intense energy that this person's had for you. But the problem is this person has been shitty to you. Reverse King of Pentacles. They haven't kept up with their responsibilities. They haven't been who they said they are. They've been very controlling. They've been very narcissistic and controlling. And they're not a match, all right? Their guides are laughing at them right now. I'm sorry, but they are. They're like, you think you're a match for the Empress? You think you are? Oh, that's a good joke, right? That's a good joke. 6 of Swords reversed. This person is not thinking clearly about your connection. They think they can just come at you with the same energy, and they can't, right? And they think that you're not going to notice that they're a reverse King of Pentacles. You notice the energy that they're coming. Nothing can get by you with the 9 of Pentacles and the Empress. Plus, pile number one, you're just having such a good time setting your own priorities, being abundant, being clear, creating, aligning with the blue flame, being a warrior. Like you have such an impenetrable defense and I mean spiritual defense too, that this person's confusion, this person's BS, this person trying to turn things around on you, it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work on you, pile number one. It's this person is falling short of your expectations, all right? And if they come back, they're not ready yet. With the Seven of Cups, the reverse Six of Swords, and the reverse King of Pentacles, this person is not ready for you. This person is not prepared for you, okay? They think that their guides, that you've been promised to them as their betrothed on the astral plane. Ha ha, no. The devil, the shadow side. This person is not willing to face their own, I'm sorry, I'm getting really, now I'm getting really mad once I see these cards out here. This person is not facing their shadow, okay? They're not facing, they think that they're rich or successful, or in their mind they think that they are. They think that they have, that they're sexy and good looking and they have all this to offer. They have a hidden shadow side. They have a hidden crutch in their life. They have a malfunction in their life, all right? They have a major malfunction in their life. And they better get real quick here, pile number one, because they are not promised to you in the astral realm. They are not. You, pile number one, have some extremely strong and extremely wise guides, and they will block this connection. They will block it lifetime after lifetime after lifetime until this person can get their shit together, all right? No, it's not happening. I'm feeling really strongly here. Yeah, this person's a hot mess emotionally. They want you back so bad. They are like, going into the depths of their despair because they want you back so badly. They might not want to admit that to themselves, and they might try to be presenting a cooler front, but this person is going crazy without you, okay? As in sync would say, I'm going crazy without you. You're all I wanted. You're all I ever needed. Tell me what to do when I want you back. All right. They literally want you to tell them what to do. They want you to tell them. But they're not, I'm going to take that back. They want you to tell their higher self what to do. Because this person's very stubborn, so they're not going to listen to much, but they want you to guide their higher self into getting them back. And you're like laughing at you're like, I don't think so. You're an adult. You are supposedly a King of Pentacles. You figure it out, right? Yeah, you're not having shit. I'm sorry, but you're not. Pile number one, you're the High Priestess, you're the Empress, you're the Nine of Pentacles, you're a warrior woman. No, people have to pass through. People have to prove themselves and pass through certain thresholds with you. The blue flame protects you. The sword and the rose protects you. Archangel Michael protects you. This person has to pass through your impenetrable force field, and it's impossible. They cannot. They cannot right now because the spiritual realms are protecting you from this person's energy. They're lucky, in fact, that they even got to sniff near you during this lifetime. This person isn't even qualified to, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, sniff your underwear. That's horrible, but I feel I just have to say it. This person is not qualified to sniff your underwear, pile number one, and they know it. They know it. They want to believe otherwise, but it's not there for them. They can't. It's just not there for them. Yeah, their karma, reverse judgment, their karma is all over the place. Their karma is fucked up, pile number one. They stabbed you in the back, and they've done this in multiple lifetimes. And in this lifetime, it's impenetrable. They can't get to you. It's not possible. You have too many things going on for you. You're too blessed, okay? There's an abundant universe who's been blessing you for a long time because you're extremely spiritual. If anything, this person has helped serve in your awakening and to make you sharper, stronger, better, faster, stronger. All right. So I've been channeling the Fast and the Furious lately. This person, for whatever reason, I've never even seen that movie, but this person, you know, really, they really shit the bed on this one, okay? They really did. And they are not facing up to their karma. They do not have appropriate counsel with the angels right now, because they're you know, you want to have compassion for this person, and I understand that, pile number one, and I get why, you know, you might have fallen into this, but you want to have compassion, and you understand this person has a lot of potential. They do, but they really are not getting the message in this lifetime, all right? They really need a bigger breakthrough than I think you can even give them, all right? And that can be very frustrating for you to hear, pile number one, that this person needs a breakthrough even bigger than you can even give them, all right? And that can be very hard to hear. Yeah, this death, Scorpio, this person could be a Scorpio, you could be a Scorpio. You know, this person, and we have the Hangman on the bottom of the deck, spiritual enlightenment, going through a lot of suffering in order to transcend to the next level. Yeah, and death. This person has a lot of lessons to learn in this lifetime. And, you know, they're not going to be able to do piddly shit, because every time they try to do piddly shit and get away with it, karma is going to come back and slap them in the ass. They, you know, they think that they're, you know, back in black, and that they're doing, you know, they're doing their thing and feeling good or whatever, but they're hiding a lot from themselves and from the people around them. And until they get that together, they're going to, they're always going to share space with evil. I'm sorry to say that, but they can't get out of their imprisonment, their self-imposed imprisonment, because they don't have clarity. They don't have the clarity that you have, pile number one. They haven't done nearly as much work as you, so they haven't been as blessed as you are. They haven't been as abundant as you are. You did the Hangman in many lifetimes, okay? You've done your High Priestess. You've done the Empress. You're a warrior woman. You've done your fair share in prior lifetimes, in this lifetime, more than your fair share. So you've been abundantly blessed, okay? And part of this for you, pile number one, is learning to trust that you are abundantly blessed, and that this kind of bullshit energy over here is just awakening you further into your spiritual gifts and into your knowledge, and you know, into your divine knowledge and your ability to help others. It's sometimes you need to carve this space off of your life and let this go and heal from this energy at some point, okay, pile number one? You want to let this go, and you want to get very peaceful about it, very spiritual about it, and stay in, I'm going to calm down now. You really want to stay in your truth, stay in your abundance, and be grateful for the gifts that Spirit has bestowed upon you, because you deserve it and you've worked for it, okay? And try not to get so upset about this energy over here. It's gonna move off of you, all right? It's gonna move off of you, pile number one. And I just wanna say a little prayer. I know you maybe don't pray, but I just wanna say a little prayer for you. For my pile number one people, please help them, universe, to stay abundantly blessed and to move away from energy that has sought to harm them in the past, or energy that seeks to harm them in the future. They are children of God, and they deserve to be protected, and we know that they're protected. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much, pile number one. I hope that that resonated for you, and I feel a little emotional. I feel a little emotional after that reading, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot there. There's quite a lot there, pile number one. And there's a lot of work there to be done, so. But try to rest, all right? Try to rest easy. Thank you, pile number one. And with that being said, let's move on to pile number two. Okay, pile number two. Angels, spirits, and guides, please clear the energy from my field and let me tune into pile number two and where they are right now. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides, okay? And with that being said, let's move on. Pile number two. Okay, so for pile number two, if you chose this purple tea light, this is your reading. Purple, purple. All right, you guys are my purples. I've got some oracle cards for you, and I've got a tarot deck here, and we're answering the question, I want you back. All right, what will happen if you take an ex back, or what to expect if you take an ex back? Let's get into it, okay? Boundaries. Ooh, okay. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So I'm gonna pull out all the cards, and then we'll get into it. Heartbroken, wedding rings, the lovers, seven of wands, observation, all right, intuition, chakra, your light body, okay, and the tree of life here, travel on, okay. So this could be a marriage. This could be a situation where you're in separation, and it's a marriage that's been in separation, and this could have some very significant time behind this relationship. So, I mean, you were with this person for a very long time. And if this doesn't describe you, then you can click off and go to one of the other readings. But I do feel that this is a relationship that has significant years on it. Your person is deeply heartbroken and grieving. I feel both of you are grieving this relationship. And this is not something that you can easily untangle yourself from. All right. There's a lot of strings in your aura having to do with this person, because you've been combining energy with this person for a long time. This person's energy had infiltrated your system a long time ago, and you guys joined energetically, and the cords that you have to one another are very, very strong, okay? And you might be observing that right now, and your intuition maybe, just pinging and understanding this, that it's going to take significant effort to unhinge yourself from this connection, because it's so intertwined. There was definitely spiritual purpose for you guys meeting in this lifetime. You've done many things together, and you've moved up the tree of life together. Okay, and you've experienced so much together in this lifetime, and you can observe that, that, but something happened in the connection here that caused you to move away, and this is feeling like a ripping off of this person's soul. Like, this person's very and this, I also want to know that this is hard for you as well. Pile number 2, like, you're being very strong about it, and you're being very firm about it, but this person can get to you because everything you've shared together. And in a way, I feel like you've done this person a favor by being with them in this lifetime, okay? You've done them a favor, and now that you're like ripping off the Band-Aid and saying, I can't do this anymore, and I want to stand on my own, and I want to show my boundaries, and I want to defend the light of who I am, and I want these other things to fall away from me and fall off me, and I want to have like real true connection with where I don't have to play a role, right? Where you don't have to play any role to anyone or anything, is important here. Like, you want to rise up in your spiritual evolution and activate chakras that this person, activate energy centers that this person doesn't have a past to go through yet, okay? So this can be a very hard separation, pile number 2, because when we join up with someone on this life journey, on a path together, and we travel with someone, and we migrate with someone, and we go places, and we've been on a path with someone for a long time. We've been through the path. We've been through the initiations of life together, had children together, gotten married, or lived, moved in together, the first person that you've been with, etc. Sexually. When we go through these life initiations with people, it really does create this interweaving of our stories, right? And yeah. And it's very easy to get lost in that, pile number 2. I understand that. It's very easy to lose yourself in that too. And I feel that you are wanting to get yourself back. You're wanting to call back your energy, call back your space, and you're wanting to really stand out on your own and really protect your own journey, in your own life journey here. And as I was going to say before, when we're on initiation paths with others and we're being initiated into life together, but at some point you choose a door that your partner does not choose, and therefore you're gaining access to other information and other realms and other lives and moving in different directions, you're being initiated into a new phase of life, but your partner does not have a pass to that initiation at that point, okay? So they're gonna, and it's not a bad thing. It's not like they're not evolved enough. It's not anything. It's just their soul isn't ready for that yet. Their soul isn't, you've been a very important teacher to this person. You've been a spiritual teacher to this person in a way, but they cannot, they have to come to this initiation and to this doorway on their own, okay? You cannot force them into an initiation that they are not ready for, that their soul is not ready for. So the question of whether they come back and if they come back is all wrapped up in that, whether they can actually move up into greater awareness and whether their soul is ready for that level of expansion or not, okay? Because you are ready for that expansion, and your spiritual team has given you passage through a new doorway. Whether they can join you on that or not is is going to be up to their team. Their angels and guides are not going to let them move forward until they're ready. They're not going to let them move into a new phase until they are absolutely ready to do that, okay? So that can be very hard, and that can be why both of you are heartbroken right now. Yeah, 3 of Swords, okay? Reverse Queen of Pentacles and reverse 10 of Cups. Yeah, so this feels like, a deep, deep wounding for both of you. But you, pile number 2, cannot go to the next phase until you kind of let this situation go. If this person comes back, then I don't see that you will be, I don't see that you'll feel appreciated. I think in this connection you felt underappreciated and that people were taking too many things from you. And if you go back to this connection, you're gonna still feel that. It's because you've already gone through a certain initiation. You've already gone through a doorway. You can't ungo through it, okay? You've already done it. And with the 3 of Swords here, you've already taken your hits as a result of it. Like, you've already taken the emotional hit and taken that into your heart. And so you've already observed so many things. You can't unsee what you've seen. And your intuition and your guides are leading you to different outcomes right now. 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, there's not a lot of left to be done in this connection. I'm sorry to say, pile number 2, you guys had a very, strong life together for a long time, and you guys did a lot together and traveled a lot together and did many things together and went through many initiations together, but there's not a lot left to be done in this connection, all right? And that's the sad part of it. That's why people are feeling heartbroken. Yeah, reversed Ace of Pentacles. There's nothing, you've kind of folded in on yourself here. Or actually, it's this person who's folded in on themselves. They've folded in on themselves because they can't quite get to the next step. Not yet, okay, in their initiation in life. And so they're not getting initiated at the gate. Do you see the gate there? They're not getting initiated at the gate. They're not being given an offer by Spirit at this time. They're having to stay in this Three of Swords energy to have them wake up more. They need to wake up more, and it may happen in this lifetime. It might not. All right. Yeah, it could. I just asked, could it happen in this lifetime? And I got the Six of Wands. Yeah, it could. It could happen for them in this lifetime. They could, they could be successful over this and prevail. But it could be a pretty long journey here, because Strength reversed, they somehow lack the confidence or feel that they are unprepared for this journey. And I think that's why what's been holding them back. Even though they might have tried to project this energy of being unprepared for the journey, and that you were the one that needed to toughen up and be stronger, it's actually them, pile number 2, that needs to toughen up and be stronger. All right. It's actually them. And, they're going to see you having victory over situations, over emotional situations that they have not been able to master. They might be physically stronger than you, but they're not emotionally stronger than you. And that's not right now anyway. Yeah, the Emperor reversed, they're definitely not as strong as you, pile number 2. They're just not. And they have some weaknesses in their personality and in their character. They have weaknesses in their character. And they like to come off as being a family protector and being really strong, and they have a side to them that's that way, but it's only a Six of Wands. It's not an Emperor, or it's not a Strength, okay? And those are the major arcanas here. So they have some weaknesses in their personality that are being drawn out by you right now as a result of leaving this connection. Yeah, reverse Six of Cups. They are very emotionally immature in a lot of ways. They might be older in age, but they have a lot of emotional maturing to do. Okay, and they're not open to that yet. Six of Cups is a therapy card for me, and people can go to therapy and it doesn't really do anything, but it's like, this person needs, they need a breakthrough. They really need an emotional breakthrough in their life, and they need vulnerability. It's like for them, being so strong and being like, I have the toughest armor, nothing can penetrate me, has actually inverted their strength. It's actually been their weakness that they've been like that. They haven't been able to be vulnerable, and therefore the gate doesn't open for them the way that it opens for you. Look there's a gate behind here, right? There's a freaking gate behind here, and the gate hasn't opened for them yet. And and it's sad, right? I get this. Yeah, they don't have enough clarity yet in this situation, and they've been too analytical, and they've been too 3D about everything. Unless I can see it, unless it's logical, it's like they've been trying to ward off chaos their whole life, and in the process of doing that, they have turned away from their natural emotional state. They've really turned away from it. Okay. And so what to expect if they come back, what to expect. All right. Yeah, not good. Not good if they come back. Ooh, Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. As I said, pile number 2, this person is not ready. They are not ready yet to come back to you. They have more growth to do. They still have immaturities in their personality, and they're not ready to come back emotionally. And if they do come back, what you can expect is the same old woundings of the past. All right. And there is something about this situation that is final for you now, and has been cut off and cut off. All right. The situation's been cut off, and by going back, it's almost like you would, well, you'd have to be, again, with the Seven of Wands, we have two Seven of Wands here. You'd be very defensive. You'd feel like everyone's coming at you. Like this Seven of Wands looks like, yeah, reverse Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You wouldn't get a moment's of peace, all right? If you do go back to this person and what to expect, you're not going to get a moment's of peace from your family, from your ex. You're gonna constantly be in defense mode, and it's gonna feel the same as it did before. All right, so if you didn't like how it felt before, then my recommendation is do not go back. You're being initiated and through another gateway, and you have to follow that through, okay? Your team wants you to be brave, wants you to have courage, wants you to have good boundaries, and wants you to breathe through the heartbreak in this situation and keep pressing on, keep traveling on. There's better for you out there, okay? Pile number two, keep the faith. The Lovers would be next here. We've got two Lovers, okay? So, you know, this isn't over for you yet. Life isn't over for you yet. You have new connections that can come in for you, all right? Pile number two. So keep your head up, stay strong, and stay in your intuition, all right? Stay with your intuition. Your intuition will tell you what to do. Wow, all right. That was quite the reading, pile number two. I could definitely feel the energy there, okay? So moving on to pile number three. Pile number three, what would your ex, let's say that your ex wants you back. What to expect if they come back. Pile number three, angels, spirits, and guides, please be with me now as I read for pile number three. Thank you. Okay. All right. And with that being said, I have the yellow tea light here. If you chose this yellow tea light, I love how it looks with the blue. It's such a nice contrast there, okay? So we have some tarot cards here, which we're gonna look at, but first we'll look at the oracle cards. Our question is, I want you back, what to expect from your ex if they come back. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north, all right? You're already doing it. Maybe you're already going back to them, all right? Pile number three, we're gonna keep, something is transforming the Phoenix. You have a soulmate here. You have the Ace of Cups here, okay? You've got the Three of Swords, all right? You've got stillness, and I definitely was feeling that stillness as soon as I transitioned to your pile. You have strength and stillness, all right? Let's put the Three of Swords up here. All right. This is a relationship that's been through significant changes, all right? As above, so below, heaven and earth. The void, retreat, rest, and pause, right underneath the stillness, okay? So, yeah, you're definitely, and with this tree and how it's just kind of like fading down in, I'm definitely sensing the need to replenish yourself here, pile number three, like you've been through a lot, and the situation and conversations have been very taxing on you. Maybe you're in conversation right now to find out if you and your ex will be getting back together, and trying to determine what those next steps are. And it's been, you know, wearing on you. And as far as I want you back, what to expect, like you're already doing it. You're already in this situation possibly and really considering it. And this person was definitely a soul contract for you and a soul connection for you. This relationship has caused you great pain with the Three of Swords, and it's really made you step up your strength and your spiritual practices as well, as you kind of look into the void and try to figure out what is the purpose of this connection. So I see you being very spiritual with it. I also see that there is hope here for both of you, are probably holding on to hope for a new beginning here. There is love here, all right? Pile number three, there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain here. And there's been a lot that's happened, a lot of water under the bridge. But I can see that you're both holding out hope here for something better. And this relationship has the ability to transform and to change and to move in a new direction once some of the confusion and the smoke clears from this connection. And that's why you both need to be very still right now. You need to go within, and you need to, you need to make sure you're taking care of your physical health as well here. This connection, might have been anxiety producing, and it might have made you feel a little bit crazy. All right. So for pile number 3, I really want you guys to let yourself heal from this. And before you consider, what to expect from this person, is there needs to be some healing that happens here before jumping right back into this connection. There is possibility here, okay? There is possibility here, pile number 3, with this person, and there's a possibility to transform and to have something better, but you both need to pause and really rest for a bit, okay? And heal from the damage that has been done, okay? So Spirit, angels, and guides, can you tell me more for pile number 3? What should they expect if they go back to their ex? What should they expect? Page of Swords. All right, so there is going to be a lot of conversation. There's going to be a lot of talking. There's going to be a lot of dialogue that needs to happen, and maybe that's part of what needs to be given a rest here, okay? So that you can really focus in on what your feelings are about this. So does my pile number 3 want to get back with their ex? Does pile number 3 want to get back with their ex? That's just what I was feeling. I get a sense, pile number 3, that you are not super jazzed, like as much as you thought that you would be. Like, this person came back, they had a message for you, but you didn't love the message. You weren't like overly thrilled with the message. And I get a sense that you're hesitating on this. And maybe it's because you need more time, all right? And you need more time to think through what happened and what's going on. And you're not like super jazzed about it. Why is that? Page of Cups. Well, there could be kids involved in the situation. It could be that this person isn't as interesting or as exciting as you thought that they were going to be. Like, the situation, I'm feeling the energy like falls flat a little bit here. And, there's just isn't as like, the situation isn't as interesting as it used to be. All right. It's not as fun or as interesting as it used to be. It's kind of like, can be a little bit of Snoresville. Yeah. And reverse Queen of Pentacles. You're just not, there could be financial issues in this connection too. Or just the realities of day-to-day living. Like, gotta get up, gotta go to work, gotta brush my teeth. Like, just kind of having the joy sucked out of things and not being able to like renew and feel good about things. I just get this sense of like, maybe there was just some boredom here too. And maybe some issue, financial stuff. And normally maybe you don't have financial stuff going on, pile number 3, but this person just made you feel like, I don't get the sense that this is a bad person. I just get the sense that it was a little bit of Dullsville, and it doesn't seem as exciting as you first thought it was. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. I'm just not in love with the spread here, right? I mean, none of these cards are like inherently bad or wrong or awful, but I'm just not feeling like the sun's on the bottom of the deck here. Now, if we got that, I'd be like, whoa, yes, right? But I could see like there's kind of this sense of dutiful responsibility to the relationship, or dutiful responsibility. Like, I've been with this person, I should go check it out. They reached out, I should go communicate with them. The communication doesn't really light my socks on fire. I'm feeling kind of lukewarm about it. It sounds like it could be good in theory or on paper, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And, You know, I'm not really feeling inspired by the connection. And, you know, it just feels kind of old. You know, it feels kind of old and moldy. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say, with the Ace of Cups and soulmates here, I don't want it to feel that way. So let's see. Why is this soulmate and the Ace of Cups here? Why is this soulmate and the Ace of Cups here? Well, I think Six of Pentacles, because you thought that like the relationship looks good on paper, and it made a lot of sense. I get that the relationship makes sense. You know, Lovers is on the bottom of the deck here. You know, I get that the relationship makes sense, and that it seems like, well, you know, we both live in the same area, we live close to each other, we have similar friends, or we have things in common, or hobbies that are in common. We have things to talk about. You know, it could have started off like being that kind of a connection, and you're like, okay, you know, we live close by each other. We have things in common. You know, just kind of the basics. Yeah, and it could have been started off very passionate in the beginning of the connection, right? And that's why this connection has transformed a lot. Like, you know, it could have been one of those things where in the beginning it was passionate, it was fiery, it was sexual, right? And then it kind of got a little like, things got to feel a little too routine, and like the real world just kept coming at ya, and it just kind of like drained some of the passion from the relationship. Yeah, Nine of Swords, and then some worries and anxieties and fears could have came in and also drained the virility out of this connection, right? And so in order to get this connection back, both of you have to kind of wake up with your, you know, you need a renewed sense of that life is good, and life is fun, and you know, you need to kind of sit with your feelings and get through it. But you guys need like a renewed faith in life is what I'm feeling here. You need renewed, yeah, judgment, renewed faith in life. You need like fire. This is like, you know, this is like the fire of transformation. It came out under the Phoenix, right? You guys need like some real fire, some real, something injected into this connection that really makes it purposeful. My therapist always used to say, oh, Ace of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, always used to say that your relationship needs to have a greater purpose than buying toilet paper together on a Saturday morning at the grocery store, okay? Your relationship needs a greater purpose than that, and it needs greater resonance than that. Otherwise, it falls flat, okay? Yeah, Four of Cups. It just, you know, here again with the stillness and needing to go within and needing to figure out, like, is this really what I want? Because I'm sensing some hesitation here with you, pile number 3, where you might not be totally into this connection because it doesn't, you know, you like things that are like, you know, really kind of are passionate and interesting and kind of light things on fire a little bit. And this connection might be a little bit too tame for you. Okay. Yeah. Nine of Wands, just, you need a little bit more bark in your bite. You need a little bit more of the chase. You need a little bit more, you need to be stimulated a little bit more, I definitely feel. And the connection could be kind of unstimulating to you. Even though it started off that way, even though it started off as being very stimulating, it's kind of come to a standstill, and the connection really needs a transformation or needs to move to a new level. Otherwise, it's in danger of becoming stagnant, okay? And, you know, I want you back. This person's going to probably have to show you some kind of renewed passion and vigor for life and for you, okay? Is this person going to show renewed passion and vigor for life and for you, okay? Seven of Cups, they're kind of murky, you guys. They're still murky, and they're not really in their fire, okay? They kind of give up on things sometimes is what I get, and they're not really in their fire. and they desperately need the fires of transformation to come and lift them up. Yeah, reverse Five of Wands. Their virility is just not there, and they don't have a lot of energy for pursuit, I feel like, and that's what makes it a little bit boring for you. I feel like pile number 3, it's like, step it up a bit, right? Step it up. This could be someone that you currently have interactions with too, like not like a major crazy ex, but someone you still have interactions with. This person is the confusing problem is that they communicate like they are passionate and fiery and they want to do things and they want to roll with it. But when you dig a little deeper down into it, there's just a lack of virility that's coming through here. There's a lack of, passion for life. And but they communicate like they have it. They talk like they've got it. They want it. They actually want that in their life. What's stopping them? Reverse Queen of Wands. All right, they could have a shitty relationship where things were very wild and very outgoing and wild and just, like really lit their freaking hair on fire with somebody who was horrible to them. And that's maybe why they are just kind of resigned to staying in a space that is, quieter. That's just not as, intense, right? And that's probably why they're like that. Reverse World. Yeah, they don't really want to get out there that much. They say they do, but they don't. They don't really take initiative. They're not really initiating much here. Whereas I feel like you're like, come on, step up. Like, I get bored easily. You want to travel, you want to do things, you want to go places, you want to make plans, you want to have fun, right? And this person's kind of dragging their feet a little bit, all right? They kind of drag feet, and it could be, and that could be a little bit boring to you, pile number 3. Like, that could just get boring. And so, yeah, like you're like reverse Page of Pentacles. Like, what do I want to make sure that I eat my fiber in the morning? Like, what am I doing in this connection? So I get the sense that you are kind of not really, and it's just, I feel that there's a lot of patience that has to come through in this connection. And there's a lot of, there is spiritual connection here with the soulmate. There is spiritual connection here. There is the potential for that. There is the potential for both of you to have that. But something about the connection, something about the space that you both are in right now erodes that. Does that make sense? The space that you're both in individually kind of erodes that. And I asked, should you give this person a chance? And there's the Sun, all right? So maybe you just need to be a little bit patient and hang in there a little bit more, pile number 3. That's going to be up to you, whether you're up, 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's going to be up to you, whether you want to stick around and see if this situation shifts, or if you're just too sexy and fun and you just want to go and do other things, right? And be interested in other ways and be with somebody who's a little bit more vivacious, right? But there is potential for this connection. Out of all my piles, pile number 3, to end on this note with the Sun and to have soulmates in the Phoenix here and the Ace of Cups, there is potential in this connection. And if you are patient and kind of hang in there with the Hangman, things could definitely transform. Your wishes could be granted, and this world will move into the upright position, and you'll have success in the connection. That's a big if though, pile number 3. It's up to you if you want to wait for that, okay? So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. That one resonated a lot for me too. So, sometimes I'm reading for you, but I'm also reading for me. I don't know. There can be a lot going on. And then a final message for everyone here today. I just had this card sitting on the candle, And I just wanted to share this final message with everyone if you're still here and listening in. This final message to all of us who are watching right now is to get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. All right, that's a beautiful message to share. I've been feeling like I want to go outside and walk around in nature and go sit in nature today. And I think this is my hall pass from spirit to go and get grounded and connect with nature today. So for those of you that identify as highly sensitive or sensitive empaths, today is a beautiful day. It's a Sunday. It's a day to get grounded and really get focused in our energy, okay? And with that being said, I'll leave you with that for today. Thank you for being here, and God bless.